They say the key to comedy writing is surprise and delight, and so with the second installment of The Merc with the Mouth on the big screen, it certainly comes with a degree of delight that a lot of characters are on screen that we've waited for. And while I was stoked on the idea of Cable being realized on the big screen, as he's one of my favorite X-Men characters, I was kind of surprised that he was, well, on screen so two-dimensional. Maybe I needed to buy 3D glasses to get the whole character. And for a character and film franchise based on breaking expectations, walls, and Benjamin, why does this feel like more of the same? Hi, I'm Cable fan and moderately enthused film reviewer Dan Upton, and this is the Doomcast. Since I grew up in the 1990s, Cable is one of my favorite comic book characters, as are other very impossibly complex and very 90s characters, like Shatterstar, and Sleepwalker, and Darkhawk, and Gunsword. Okay, I made the last one up, but I 100% bet that he, or scantily metal bikini-clad she, would have totally ruled in 1992. Cable is the son of Jean Grey and Cyclops. He's infected by a cybernetic virus that claims his arm and his leg and part of his face, and so he's sent to the future, where it can easily be treated. And there he learns to control his massive telekinetic mutant powers, greater even than those of his mother, to fight through time with a being named Apocalypse, who is the immortal mutant who actually gave him that virus and also rules the future that he lives in. See, that's a paragraph, but I get that all of this is pretty mind-blowing to shove into one movie, especially considering the fact that Fox already has the rights to all of those characters and could explain it away, but whatever. What was Deadpool's solution? Leave out all of that shit. Oh wait, the arm stayed. But no, wait, what if we didn't even explain that shit at all? Or how he's such a proficient warrior, or his shields, or even give him any mutant powers? Did they give him mutant powers? I don't know. Or any kind of backstory. No, here's what we should do. We should just remake Rian Johnson's Looper. And don't get me wrong here, Deadpool 2 works as an action comedy. It's a lot of fun. It really does work. It works in the way that The Hangover or Game Over Man works in a lot of ways. It's very funny. And that's okay. It's an action comedy. That's the way it's supposed to work. But it doesn't work in the way that, say, Lethal Weapon works, right? It'd be like if the first Lethal Weapon was just Mel Gibson banging Rene Russo and shooting people. Then the second movie was just her being murdered, but the movie isn't even about that. It's all about Murtaugh. And who's Murtaugh? Just some black dude with no family. You know, no mutant powers. How did he get that good with that 38? We don't know. How many days does he have till retirement? We have no idea. Why does he have a cyborg arm? Does Murtaugh have a cyborg arm? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Deadpool 2 does have a lot of high points, and those are cool action sequences, very silly jokes, lots of gross-out jokes, lots of them. Relatively little T.J. Miller, to my delighted surprise, but there's very actual little surprise otherwise, in my opinion. I don't know if the original Deadpool pushed the envelope so much for me that the second film only feels a little flat by comparison or similar, or if it feels like the entire movie should have been about trying to die and find Vanessa again and nothing else, or if just me coming out of Infinity War was detrimental to my experience of anything. Zazie Beetz is pretty great as Domino, and her powers don't need a hell of a lot of backstory or explanation, and what she gets on screen is perfect. Shatterstar gets very little screen time and is given only the amount of explanation that you would need to understand any part of him that would actually make sense. The Peter gag could have played out a whole lot longer. In some ways, what makes Deadpool work well, both comically and in terms of an action character, is being surrounded not by gravely serious characters like Cable or Colossus, but by shockingly very normal characters. Peter and Gupinder work really well in that way. Please, don't get me wrong here. This movie didn't suck. I didn't hate it, but it was only just okay for me. At least for me. Not because things weren't perfectly like the comics, because if you watch this, you 100% know I'm not about that, but because I'm all about telling a very good story with well-defined characters for the role that they fill. And to that end, there's some minor characters who are absolutely delightful. Russell is pretty good for being an awkward, angry kid in metaphor for most of Deadpool's fans. Sorry. And there are also fun Easter eggs and lots of larger-than-life X-Men characters I loved on screen that, although we've seen them before, hint, they had real justice done to them. Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead are back and fun and have their own great moments as supporting characters. Like I say, Deadpool 2 wasn't bad at all. It was a lot of fun, but it could have been better, and aside from the more fleshed-out villain and a more cohesive story, I don't really know what they could have done better specifically. The end credits sequence, though, were hilarious. They were fantastic, and they're worth sticking around for, as I guess any post-credits is supposed to be. Really, truly silly fun at the very end of the film and throughout. And I guess that's really the core of the Deadpool character now. That and shirt cocking it. Anyway, thanks everyone. This was the Doomcast. We'll see you again soon. But remember, you'll be able to see us at Wizard World June 1st through 3rd, right at the Iowa Event Center. Come by, say hello. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Have a great week.